You're listening to Luck at the Draw Radio with your hosts Todd Buggs and Stan Zig. So grab a beer, sit back, and listen to what the jackasses have to say.
All right, well, up next in the studio, I'd like to welcome lead singer from Radiohead, Tom York. How you doing today, Tom?
Today we've got a great guy in. One of my favorite bands, the Sex Pistols, Steve Jones, is here to talk with us tonight.
Well, it's an honor for me to introduce to you, and welcome to the studio, Les Paul. How are you today?
This is really exciting. To help our 2009 New Year's party, we have all 4 original Beatles. Thanks for making it in, guys.
All right, our next guest has been a major influence on my musical career, and it's an honor to meet you for the first time. Henry Rollins, welcome to the studio.
Tonight we got a real different guest for us. It's not a musical guest. It is one of the WWF's finest, the Ultimate Warrior. Hey, put Bugs down.
Well, I'd like to welcome to the studio none other than rap hip-hop artist, great Chuck D from Public Enemy.
One of my big rock and roll, just vocal legends, guys. I really like. We got Lane Stanley talking with us tonight. Hello, Lane.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's an honor to welcome in, straight off of tour, Johnny Cash. Tiffany. That's the other one I was thinking. I can play Tiffany. She was worse because she just did like shitty covers.
No, don't go there. Tiffany's my girl.
Oh, it figures you like because she did a Beatles song. That's what I like.
I don't know about that. I got posters of her still, Tiffany. I call her the Tifster. I'm actually the president of the California chapter, Tifster family.
I might be mistaken in saying this, but I'm feeling pretty confident. But I do believe that she posed nude in Playboy.
Yeah, that upset all of us at the fan club, and we still say that's Photoshop. Our Tifster would not do that. She's pure.
Yeah, I would make a comment, but I don't think I saw the pictures. So
Deborah,
horrible.
If you got any comments, insults, requests, you can call them at 530-618-2847 or email them at wewantbeer@gmail.com.
Hey, hello, how you doing? This is Stan Zig, and with me is...
I thought you were going to introduce me. This is Todd Buggs.
Todd Buggs.
You would say my name, but...
No, I figured I just...
you could be like, hey, and to my right is...
To my far right.
Far right.
My about 100 miles to the right.
Close to 100 miles, yeah.
It's a long drive to get to your head. That's all I know.
Well, not for me.
It's not for you? It's easier to meet you for gigs than go to your pad.
Yeah, or practice.
Yeah.
So what is this that we're doing then?
Beer 30, drink up.
Oh, okay. Cheers.
I'm on a Coors Light diet. How about you?
Bud Light. I'm going to go to whiskey in a little bit, though.
Oh, my.
Because that's how I roll. But what I meant by what are we doing here, what is this that we're doing?
Oh.
You want to tell the folks?
We are doing cool new music we're digging on. So a current release that's come out and we've gotten a hold of and we can't stop playing in our cars.
That sounds good.
Yeah, that was a great idea. It was yours, I believe.
Well, I think the last show that we talked about, we were going to do maybe a South Tex Media, our favorite South Tex Media, because we were talking about them being a cool show supporter.
Uh-huh.
And I have tons of South Tex Media stuff that you don't have, so I was going to get you some, and I never did. So last minute panic, I said, well, let's talk about some new releases.
Yeah, well, that's another good idea, just like our Social Distortion idea that's still on the back burner.
Yeah, and you know what? Actually, I got a barbecue. I was going to talk about this later, but I got a barbecue next Sunday to go to, and I think Brent's going to be there. So I know he's on tour right now, but if he's at the barbecue, I'm going to nail down a date with him. I'm going to talk to him about getting this going so we can get him on the program.
Cool, that's great. We'll get some Social D news.
Yeah, because they got a new record coming out. They just signed to Epitaph. I thought that was kind of interesting.
Yeah. But they've been on Time Bomb, right? Which I thought was his label.
I thought that was like Mike Ness's record, yeah, or label. So that's kind of strange. I figured they would have been more independent in this day and age, but...
Yeah. Huh. Interesting.
I was listening to punkrocknews.org, I think it is, podcast, and they were saying that Weezer just signed to Epitaph as well.
Wow.
Which is strange. I mean, like, I don't know how... I'm not big on my Weezer knowledge, but they've been a major label band since the beginning. Like they were on Warner from like their first record, from as far as I've heard, and now they're going independent and going on. Well, if you can call Epitaph independent, but
Yeah, but that almost makes me think it's all about tours. Because isn't Epitaph tied in with the Vans Warped Tour?
no, that's Side One Dummy.
Oh, okay. Then maybe that's what they're going to do. They're going to start some kind of, tour where they have all their bands on the tour.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, because, that's the only thing that makes anybody money nowadays.
Yeah, you're not kidding. We need a tour.
I was going to say, maybe that's why we're not making any. We got a CD now. Beer cozies. What are they, cozies or koozies?
I think they're called koozies. I'm not sure, but I call them koozies.
Yeah, the last gig we played, mine worked really well.
Excellent. Well, before we get into all that,
that's right.
Money grab talk. How was your weeks?
It was good.
I haven't spoken to you in since the gig, I think.
Yeah, and your house didn't burn down.
No. Actually, it was quite comforting. The fire went in the other direction, and minimal loss of homes up here.
Oh, good.
So, yeah.
Yeah, but I think before we played, your neighbor was texting you pictures of your neighborhood, right?
Yeah, the liquor store on fire and shit like that. So, and you're just like, no. The liquor store wasn't actually on fire, but it was really close to it.
Wow.
But then, yeah, just I don't know. 4 days ago, we had another fire up here that was really, really close. Like you could see the flames, kind of thing.
Oh.
And but it was a small fire, and then the forestry service put it out pretty quick. So good on them.
Oh, cool, good. Yeah, I've been good. My big thing is my other band that I play guitar and sing in, Ultralux, where I think everybody's so envious of the luck of the draw because I let them all listen to it. They're all, we got to do something like that.
Write good songs. Oh, I didn't say that out loud, did I?
Ooh, ouchie. Yeah, we got to record.
I kid.
So that's where that band's head's at. We're trying to hook up with a friend to record some.
You gonna go to Black Sound?
You know what? I don't think we are, because those guys are, believe it or not, hurting money worse than Luck of the Draw guys are.
Wow.
Yeah. Two of the guys are really bad off, and I'm not spent, because basically, I was saving up money as we went for Luck of the Draw, but I pretty much spent everything I had saved in my little shoebox next to my underwear. But yeah, so that's kind of where that's the talking start. And that goes. We'll talk about it for a couple months, and then we'll plan for it for a couple months, and then it'll actually happen. So probably sometime next year we'll actually be recording.
Very cool.
Yeah, and I started actually going to a acupuncturist.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
You're getting penetrated?
I'm getting penetrated every Wednesday by this Dr. Jessica. It's cool. She's a little short Korean lady with an accent and everything. So she's like my little, sensei Zen master lady. And she tells me that I'm a good person and all that stuff. And then pokes me full of needles.
What's that for? Is like stress relief, or?
I think stress in my head. I'm not dealing with working at a car dealership, and I'd rather be working at a studio, with music and stuff. And I'm not doing that. Not even close.
Right.
And I don't dig the job entirely. So I was just getting angry. I could tell at stupid things. Like, you know what? I got to figure out something. So
some way to get it out of the system without punching.
Yeah, exactly. Without kicking the dog and swinging at the fences.
And that'd be mean, because you could kick the dog, sneak up on it easy because she's deaf.
Yeah, I have a deaf pug, and I could kick her for at least a couple yards.
Yeah, you could punt her. That's for sure.
Get more distance than I could out of King.
Yeah.
How's he doing?
He's doing all right. He's just getting so old that when you wake up in the morning and he doesn't wake up, you're like, uh-oh, is this the day? Yeah. And then, you walk by him and you're like,
You stomp real loud.
Yeah, you try to make noise, or you open up a bag of, chips or something like that, try to get his attention. But yeah, he's doing all right. He's okay. Yeah,
we went through that with our last dog, and it was just because we knew she was getting sick, and so we knew it was going to come. And luckily when the day came, it was very obvious.
Yeah.
So that it didn't make it easy, but it made it easier to make the decision to put her down, because not an easy day, but it was an easy decision because she was done.
Yeah, I'm hoping that he goes peacefully and that I can accept it peacefully. I think it's going to be rough. I had him since he was 6 weeks old, so
Wow.
He's been my buddy. So.
Yeah. I did have one thing, totally changes the subject. So without being insensitive, can we change the subject?
Absolutely. Yeah.
I don't want to bring this. Everybody needs to take a drink after that heavy talk.
Pour a little water out for their. Well, he's not quite dead yet, but for the dead puppies.
There's no need. Well, I'll take a drink for all the dead puppies.
You heard the Primus song, "Too Many Puppies"?
No. It's pro neutering, I guess.
Well, I don't know. It's all too many puppies being taught not to bark or something like that. It's a funny song. It's Primus, so what do you expect? But
yeah.
So go ahead and change the subject.
Okay, so I'm changing the subject. Okay, I got an email from my stepfather. Well, really exciting. Mars was going to be coming super close to Earth, closer than it's been in like 2,000 years, and it's literally going to be as big as the moon. Like when you look up in the moon and we see, the size of your thumb, that's how big Mars is going to be because it's going to be that close.
Wow.
It's not going to be
staying at your house?
What?
Are they going to stay at your house? Or?
No, they're not. They just sent me an email saying this was going to happen and you should look up in the sky August 27th to see this phenomena. That's only going to happen every 2,000 years.
So Mars isn't going to stop by and stay at your house?
Oh, I see where you're heading with that. No, Mars is not going to be staying with me. But so I get this email and there's great cool pictures with it and I was all excited and then I did a little research. It is not going to happen.
No.
It's true that Mars is going to be closer than it's ever been before. Mm-hmm. And it will be for a long time. So this is a definite close, but it's not going to look, it'll probably be the brightest star next to the moon in the sky, but you won't be able to see with the naked eye details of the moon. And even with the telescope, I don't think you'll be able to see, details of the planet itself. You'll be able to see it bigger. It'll probably look like a big star reflecting light at us, and it'll be a solid light. It won't be a flickering light. That's how you'll know it's not a star. But it is not going to be the same size as the moon. So that was kind of an email hoax that had been moving around the internet. And
the moon is pretty big.
Exactly, and that's what I'm thinking. I'm all, oh my God, I go, that's going to be amazing. I go, how is the news haven't been talking about this for months now?
You would think if Mars was as like the size of the moon, it would look like those Battlestar Galactica type TV shows, the sci-fi shows where the planets have like 2 and 3 moons.
That's exactly what I was thinking was going to happen. But after a little more research, that is not the case. It was a big email hoax. They took something that is going to happen. Mars will be close, but it's not going to be as big as the moon. Because, even, if that happened, like the waves would be going backwards or something because of gravitation.
Yeah, something would happen weird.
Yeah, but it ain't that close. So I just wanted to put that disclaimer out to all of our listeners so we don't look like fools come August 27th. But it might be worth taking a look on August 27th. From now to then, it should be getting brighter and brighter. But I wouldn't know where to look. Other than up.
Well, I got to be honest, that disclaimer is nice, but I don't think that's going to make us not look like fools. As much good information as that is.
Look at the Draw Radio. If you relish in looking like the fool, if you're a true listener.
I was outside Papa's, the little local liquor store, one day, and some friends of mine were out there, and it was nighttime, whatever, and they're like, yeah, check it out. If you like, they were all looking at their watches, and they're like, any minute now, and I'm like, any minute now, what? And they're all, watch, the space shuttle is going to pass over, and sure as shit, you could see the space shuttle just cruise right by.
Wow. But it looked like a satellite. It was just a bright,
yeah, it was just a bright blinking light.
Yeah.
And then actually on that same mission, I went to Edwards on September 11th, as a matter of fact, and watched the space shuttle come in and land.
Oh, wow.
And it was interesting. I'm eating sushi on the bed of my 62 pickup truck, and we hear the sonic boom, and then everybody's like, there it is. You could see it, and no bullshit, within like 45 seconds, it was on the ground. It was just that quick. You're like, holy crap, that was fast.
Well, it's a big hunk of metal falling as gracefully as a big hunk of metal can fall.
Right. Yep.
Yeah, if they calculate that wrong, man, those guys are fucked. Because I think they're gliding the whole time, aren't they?
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure that they glide that in.
It kind of looked like they did, because they did like a big looping right-hand turn from where we were at so that they could get the Edwards runway just right. But yeah, there was no vapor. Well, there was vapor, like steam behind them, whatever. No vapor trail.
Right. I'm pretty sure that's all glide, man. That's some get it right the first time stuff.
And it's pretty nutty too that if like one tile is fucked up, that it can destroy the whole thing upon like re-entry.
Yeah. Again with the downers. Everybody take a drink.
Here's to our dead astronauts.
Yeah.
You know that one that blew up? What was it?
Recently? The one that
No, it was like in the 80s or something like that.
Oh yeah, before they taken off blew up. I was in high school for that.
Or maybe it was one of the two that they were saying. There was one of them blew up, and they were saying that they could tell that one of the astronauts had dandruff.
Oh no! Why is that?
Because they found their head and shoulders on the beach.
Ah.
Ba-dum-bum.
Oh. There we go. And another drink, so God will have mercy on our souls for laughing at that.
Well, that's enough talk about space.
Yeah. Let's
Welcome
get on.
to Luck of the Draw Radio show number. What is this? 8? 8. Not bad.
The hate show. Ooh. Maybe we should have done that. Played songs we hate.
Ah, that would have been good.
My first pick is Debbie Gibson. I hate her. We got to talk like wrestlers.
Deborah Gibson now?
Deborah Gibson. I don't give it.
This isn't the hate show. It's show number 8, but not show number hate.
Yes.
Although that would have been good, man. Could you imagine like us playing 4 songs that we absolutely hate? That could be fun. I mean, I think it should be on Nickelback and Creed, but
that just sounds like self-abusive.
I wouldn't want to listen to it.
No, I know.
So the topic for tonight's show, as you were saying earlier, is new releases, fairly new releases
within the year. Was because I had one like one of them was earlier this year, but I was scared it was too far off. But you said no.
No, it's our show. Fuck them.
Fuck them.
So it's just records that have been out this year, come out this year, and stuff that we like, and that, like you said, we just keep playing over and over. So you want to just jump right into it, or
I want to jump in.
All right, well then get it on.
Nuts first. So
it's on like Simon Le Bon.
Yeah.
It's on like Michel Clown.
Well, it's my first pick. It happens to be Ozzy, and I was a little worried that it was going to be too mainstream as far as the music we usually talk about. But you actually talked me off the ledge of that one, even saying if you're listening to it and you like it, play it.
That's right. Ozzy just played. Actually, super Luck of the Draw fan Lori just went to Ozfest yesterday, and she had a great time. Said it was fantastic. So
she mentioned that to me. I am just fucking festivals are just too long, man.
Yeah,
it's a long day. It's a lot of
too
beer.
many people. The heat. Good Lord. But I saw a video that she put on Facebook that had Fairies Wear Boots, and it looked really good. And there was a huge fucking crowd.
That's
Tons
cool.
of people like Ozzy.
Yeah, well, actually, this new album, I am definitely an Ozzy fan, and I like Zakk Wylde.
As am I. I will throw that out there. Yeah. I like Ozzy,
and I've liked Zakk Wylde and the stuff he did with like his the first album Zakk Wylde did Crazy Babies. I thought was an awesome album. Like my favorite Ozzy songs is off there, Demon Alcohol. But I have to admit, the last 2 Ozzy albums I just didn't bother buying. What I heard on the radio, I'm just like, that's Ozzy.
Right.
But this one, a friend burned me a CD, and I just, out of respect, I go, I got to buy it if I like this many songs off of it. And they got
I was going to say, you're not pirating, are you?
No.
Only I can do that on this. There's only room enough for one pirate on this ship.
Arr, damn ya. No, but I do feel that way. If I think enough bands make shitty albums where it's worth borrowing it from a friend to see if you like it. And I borrowed this one from a friend, and I like it. It's all great. It's a lot more metal than the other stuff.
Nice.
And it came out June 11th of this year, and the album's name is Scream. And he got this new guitar player, a guy named Gus G. The guy's like
I wanted to talk about that real quick because I had heard through like blabbermouth.com and things like that Zakk was not on the new record. So I'm interested to hear.
If, from what I heard, or whatever the information they leaked, they were saying his albums, the Zakk Wylde stuff, which is a Black Label Society is the name of his band.
Yes.
those songs or those albums and the Ozzy songs, because Zach didn't write all the songs on all the Ozzy stuff. They have a lot of people write music for Ozzy, but there'd always be a couple of Zach songs on there. And they were just saying the Zach albums, Black Label Societies, and the Ozzy albums were just starting to sound a lot alike, just with different singers. Yes, and
absolutely.
I agree with that.
He even sings like Ozzy.
Yeah, you're right. It's same phrasing or whatever, but different guys. But yeah, definitely in the same ballpark. So they got this Gus G guy who's 30 years old. He's from Greece, and he actually has a band that's pretty popular. They're a real heavy metal band, like more metal than I like, because I can deal so much with metal. These guys are pretty thick into the metal, and they're a Greek band called Firewind.
Huh.
And right there, that's a metal name for a band, Firewind. But
that's awesome.
Yeah, I listened to a little bit of the Firewind, and I wasn't thrilled with it because, if anything, the songs, and I'm not sure how much Gus G wrote on this album, but the songs are much more, they got some heavy metal riffs, which were definitely heavier than the Zakk Wylde of late or recent. Okay. And but there's definitely some pop in there, I think, to make it Ozzy palatable for the masses. And it's rocking, man. I really like it. It was hard to actually pick one song because I go, well, this doesn't sound metal enough. Well, this sounds too pop. But I'm just gonna pick my favorite one. So I picked which one did I pick? Fearless. And going back a couple shows, it's number 7.
How about that?
I thought that was very exciting, and I just thought that was real slick that a number 7 would come at me like that, and I didn't mean it to happen that way.
I tell you that there's logic to. Well, I mean, now that MP3s and everything, you can buy the one song you want,
right?
But back in the day, man, number 4 and number 7, those were the songs, those were the hits.
And without giving anything away, my next song is a number 4.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, and both those albums, like I said, I liked them so much I bought them. Well, the other one I knew I was going to buy. I don't want to give the band away yet, but when the album came out, I go, I'm buying this new album because I like the band that much that I'll buy it blind. And when
you want to hear something nutty, I was going to say not to interrupt, but I do mean to interrupt. I'm just looking at the CDs that I have for tonight.
Oh, come on.
My first choice is number 4. My second choice is number 7.
You're kidding me.
No, that's no bullshit.
Unbelievable.
I tell you what, there's logic behind that.
I believe, yes.
The 7th track on our new EP is the best.
We only have 6 tracks on our new one.
Oh.
Maybe you're just happy that it's over? I know, we should have put just like a tambourine song or something, so at least we had 7 songs.
Or number 4 again at number 7.
Yeah, there you go. What is number 4 on our CD?
I think it's Dropping a Load.
That's a good one. And that's where the title, this title of the CD comes from. True. White knuckles to the wheel, foot to the floor.
Cha. Cha-cha. Okay, well then back to the Ozzy. What was the name of the song?
The name of the song. Oh, I wanted to mention something really quick. The name of this album was, they like kind of leaked the name. It was called Soul Sucka, which is the name of one of the songs, and fans hated it so much that they changed it.
Yeah, I was going to say that doesn't sound Ozzy to me. Is it like Sukka?
No, Sucka. Yes, Sucka. Soul Sucka. Which the song's cool, but people just raised such a stink that this is a stupid title for an album. They changed it to Scream, which is another
I don't
title.
Like it. It sounds too contemporary, urban or something. I don't know. It doesn't sound like Ozzy to me.
Yeah. And I mean, there's this one band called Operator, and they had a song called Soul Crusher, which to me, that is an amazing title for a song. Soul Crusher! And I like the song.
Real familiar. I'm not sure if I've heard that song or if I just know
it was the only song off them that got radio airplay, actually. But I thought it was a great song. Operator. Yeah, I don't think they're around anymore. They're done.
Yeah, that's a good title, though.
Yeah, Soul Crusher. But another tidbit of note, if you take a black light to the new Ozzy CD, you can see some secret pictures. There's sketches, I guess, of devils, aliens, and even a portrait of Ozzy. When you look at the CD under a black light. And I do not have a black light, so I haven't confirmed or denied this fact yet, but very exciting just to know it exists.
Well, what you need to do is find like the local pothead teenager in your neighborhood and then go to his little, smoking den and be like, hey, dude, let's crank Led Zeppelin 4 and turn on the black lights.
Yeah. That's like I'll just start knocking on doors, going, "Hey, you got a kid in here? How old is he? 12? Perfect. What's he listening to? New Kids on the Block? Never mind. Next door."
He's got long, unkempt hair. Oh yeah, that's who I want to talk to.
Yeah. Do you got a son that doesn't like to talk to you and won't open a door and doesn't like the light? My man, that's the one I want. Yeah, so I've got to work on that, but that's what
there you go.
The
Stands on the hunt for little boys.
Little boys with black lights. I like them. I like them dark. Okay, so my first song, number 7, Fearless, off of the new Ozzy album, Scream.
Yeah, let's play it. Look at the Draw Radio.
Woo!
YouTube copyright infringement.
All right, there it is. Ozzy, number 7 off his new album, Scream. Fearless was the song. What do you think of that, Bugs?
Quite an abrupt ending there. I mean, da-da-da-da. But couple things for me. That intro, that first like 2 seconds, really had me nervous. Yeah, I was like, uh-oh, this isn't going to be the Ozzy that I know and love. But then it kicked in, and there was like a little bit of the riff, the guitar parts and stuff. But that beginning was kind of threw me for a loop. But I thought it was going to be like a Slipknot or some shit. You know?
Oh,
no.
Okay, I hear what you're saying.
But damn, that was good. That's very I guess contemporary, but still being like classic Ozzy. I mean, his voice, you can't get away from that.
Yeah,
you know?
but
That's just,
yeah, but to me in his voice too, I'm hearing just a lot more. There was energy in like the chorus with "I am." I mean, I felt like he was really yelling and getting down. I mean, there's probably 5 layers of vocals on it, but it was powerful, man. I can't remember the last time I heard an Ozzy song, and like you said, the Ozzy's got his tone, his voice, but it sounded more powerful, and a lot of those songs as well sound that way to me on this release.
I'm impressed. I think you should give me a copy of that.
To anybody, if you like Ozzy enough just to like him, I think any Ozzy fan would love this CD.
Yeah, I thought it was really good. And just by the pictures that I saw on Lori's Facebook thing of the amount of people that were there to see him at the Ozfest, he's not hurting for fans.
Yeah, and I had actually the guitar player in my band Ultralux. Tom was saying he was thinking of going, but when he looked at all the names of the people who were playing, the only person I really want to see is Ozzy. So it's hard to justify paying that much money to see Ozzy.
I looked at the roster, and the only band that I thought would be kind of fun to see was Goat Whore, other than Ozzy. But then Motley Crue played, so.
Yeah, well, which is actually, I mean, I saw a live video thing on, I think it was on HBO or it was VH1 probably, but they just played a live show of theirs, and it was really kind of cool. They changed the tempos of some of the songs and changed them up enough to make things interesting. Where I go, wow, I mean, I know all the Motley Crue songs forward and backwards, but they switched them up enough and gave them some different, cadences or whatever. And I go, and it made it more interesting. So you can't write them off for not putting on a good show. But
so yeah, a little bit more of a personality to the songs. So. Well, very nice.
Yeah. So, who do you got coming up?
I'm gonna do some shameless plugging and promotion, I guess.
You go.
I got a couple CDs in the mail this week, that actually was this week, maybe last week at the latest. But one of the bands that I've been a fan of for a long time, for at least the last probably 3-4 years that I've known they've existed, is a band by the name of Ghost Town Deputies. And they're out of San Diego, California. Kind of old 97s-ish type band.
Oh, cool.
That kind of alt country, I guess you could call it, like rock and roll, but with a lap steel. And they've put out some really good records, and I didn't even know they were putting out a new record. I just got it in the mail, and I was like, right on. And I love it. I put it on my iPod, and I've listened to that. I listened to the record a number of times. It's really cool. They've got a really good vibe to them, kind of laid back. It's hard to believe they're from California, being as kind of southern rock as they are. But let's see here. The record's called Widow's Peak, and it's on Hello Lampshade Records. And the song that I chose is track number 4. Imagine that. And the tune is called Gas, Food, and Lodging. And I talked to Ian, I'm not sure how he pronounces it, the singer. And I didn't actually physically talk to him, but we spoke over emails. And he was talking about maybe doing some gig swapping. So I'm thinking, luck of the draw, when we do our record release party, maybe up in Lake Hughes, Ventura, somewhere, we'll get them to come up, and then we'll slide on down to San Diego and play with them down there. So
that'd be really cool.
They actually, I saw online recently, they just played with the Screaming Yeehaws, the guys that we played with in Vegas.
Oh, so, I like that.
So they're right in our wheelhouse. They're right in our vibe. I'm sure their fans would be our fans eventually, and our fans would be their fans. So I'm pretty excited about this new record. I 12 tracks, and they're all good. There's no clunker on any of them. So, but like I said, the one I picked was Gas, Food, and Lodging, track number 4. So I don't know if you got anything to chime in on, or if you just want to roll it.
No, I am so excited I can't stand it.
Well then, let's roll it.
Woo!
Luck of the Draw Radio.
Oh yeah.
How was that?
That's fabulous. It's fabulous.
That was my FM DJ voice.
It was very good. Very good. Here we go.
YouTube copyright infringement.
All right, Ghost Town Deputies, Gas, Food, and Lodging. Next exit on the right.
Woo! Shit howdy.
I like these guys.
Yeah.
I love the lap steel. Wah, wah, wah.
Yeah, that's cool, man.
Yeah.
I like it too. The only if we were pulling names for comparisons, I would almost lean more towards a Super Suckers when they do a country album, because the drums were so rockin'. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I heard more of a rock than I guess what I would consider.
These guys would go over well with the Super Suckers. I'm sure that if they played with the Super Suckers fans would go home as Ghost Town Deputy fans.
Yeah.
There's no doubt in my mind.
But good written.
These guys are good.
Good song, well written. I mean, I was catchy. I was humming with it. I like it. And like you said, lap steel. That's just cool, man.
Yeah. You know, it's funny. Years and years ago, I had delusions of grandeur of writing a book, because after my dad had passed away, I bought a motorcycle, and I got on it and I rode. I didn't know where I was going the next day. You know, I'd ride until I got tired. And you'd always see on the highway, there'd be these signs: Gas, Food, Lodging, next exit. And I always wanted to write a book called Gas, Food, and Lodging: The Trials and Tribulations of the Punk Rock Tourist. Yeah. And I just never did it.
Wow, that's a great idea. I've never heard that story. What kind of bike was it?
It was a 92, or no, it was like a late 80s, early 90s, something like that. Yamaha Virago. Just a cruiser type of bike. So I bought it because it was cheap, and I just wanted to get away.
And it could make some distance.
And yeah, and it cleared my head. You know, it helped me out. You actually made the ride? You just never wrote about it? Oh, I rode. Yeah, shit. I spent almost 2 years traveling.
Wow. How have I never heard this story?
I don't know. This is before I met you, I think.
Yeah, but we talk about things, just not that thing.
Yeah. Well, you know, there's certain issues that I keep a tight lid on, I guess.
I see. Yeah. So yeah, airing this one on a podcast, I can understand. That's keeping under wraps.
Yeah, I wouldn't tell you before I would tell 20,000 of our listeners.
Wow, well, that's cool, man. I mean, yeah, that's a way to clear your head.
Yeah, it was incredible. I mean, there were days where there were 16, 17 days straight, just in the saddle, just going.
Wow.
You know, and it was literally, I would just ride. Some days I'd ride like 200 miles, and some days I'd ride 1,500. You know, it just depended on how I felt that day and what I saw on the side of the road.
Huh.
So,
I know my biggest thing was I went to school up in Seattle, Washington for 2 years, to art school to learn the art of recording.
Right.
They should have taught me the art of getting laid off and doing a job you fucking hate until you can get to record. But they didn't have that class available when I was there.
That was a sub class.
Yeah, and actually, coming out of that school, the first fucking job I had was hanging drywall. They should have had that class too. Motherfuckers. Oh well, I digress. But after that experience because I grew up, in Southern California with my high school sweetheart, living at my parents' house, and then I packed up my truck and drove up to Seattle, Washington, where I'd never been before, to go to school. Did 2 years of art school up there in a brand new city type of thing.
Right.
And from then I decide, I go, if I ever get to the point in my life where it's just, that's it, I'm going to get a gun, I'm going to end it. I'm going to just move somewhere first. Because that is, it's such a just a head trip, turn around, fresh air of a new location is unbelievable what it does to your mind and your state of being.
Yeah, because everything is new. You don't, like, for me, because I had all the incredible weight on my shoulders of what just happened. And I could have stayed in my crappy little apartment in North Hollywood and been like, this is fucking horrible, and then, hung myself in the shower. But instead, I was just like, I have to think of something else. So driving or riding somewhere, you don't know where you're going the next day. So it really gives you a new perspective, and then you meet new people and I don't know. It's just, it worked for me.
Yeah. I mean, a comfort zone can be comforting and detrimental at the same time. Cause you can, you just get so comfortable. This is it. This is all I got. I might as well end it.
Right.
But if you step out of there and you're somewhere totally different, it's weird. It's an eye opener.
Man, you're just bringing the show down.
Again, take a drink and erase the downfall of what we just did.
Let's pour out some more for all my dead father.
For all the dead fathers, we take a drink.
Well, let's take a turn.
I was 5 when my dad died, so the best I could do is probably a tricycle ride to the corner. I'm taking my big wheel to there. 3 blocks down.
Across the street, man, I'd go farther.
Yeah, but I got tired and I want my cookie.
Yeah. Well, let's make this a little bit more upbeat. Let's talk about Luck of the Draw Radio Listener of the Week.
Hoo-yah! Who's that?
We've got a fellow by the name of Matthew Taylor, but he's young enough to where I'm not going to call him Matthew. That just, I don't know what he goes by.
The Matster?
In his daily life, but I think Matt.
Mattaroni?
Mattaroni. I got a buddy up on the hill that's named Matthew, but he goes by Matty. But that just, I don't know.
Yeah, that's going backwards.
But I think, Matt just sounds right to me. I'm not going to call him Matthew. I don't know what he goes by, but he doesn't look like a Matthew to me. He looks like a Matt. You're like, what's up, Matt? What's going on? You want to have a cold beer with Matt. Like, where are you going? I'm like, I'm going to go over to Matt's house. Shut up.
I'm hanging out with Matty.
Right. Well, we're talking about Matt now, not Matty.
We're playing fish.
Matty, my neighbor.
He's bass player.
Drummer from what was that band?
Oh, fuck, who is that band? One of my favorites of the day. Bullet Boys, yeah.
Horrible. Oh my god.
Oh, see, really, they were a good band.
Yeah. That's why he goes by Matty. He was in the fucking Bullet Boys, for Christ's sake.
Gotcha. Yeah.
But see, Matthew Taylor, he wasn't in the Bullet Boys. He's a Matt. He's a man. He's like, I'm Matt. So he's been listening to the show for quite a bit, and he'd actually we talked about him last show because I had a correction about the Gaslight Anthem where I had said that the record that I was talking about was their first record and it really wasn't, and he enlightened me into the fact that it wasn't. So and then we were talking about him last show, and I couldn't remember his name because I went on Facebook and I tried to find it, and I couldn't find the little thread or whatever that we were talking about. So I'm like, that guy. So he's like, hey, I'm that guy, Matt. So Matt is Listener of the Week. He gets a ribbon.
Yay, Matty.
So he's Listener of the Week. So for all that's worth, he gets a ribbon.
Outstanding.
So other than that, what do we got? We got a little bit of Luck of the Draw talk.
Yeah, our CD is officially out.
That's right. Speaking of new releases,
amongst the masses.
August 10th was the official release date of the new Luck of the Draw, White Knuckles to the Wheel, Foot to the Floor record.
Yeah.
Not bad at all. I'm pretty happy with it.
Yeah, me too. I was just funny. You look through your notes of, doing stuff and, okay, we need to do this, we need to do this. And my notes went back to late 2008. We were talking about doing it.
About recording?
Yeah. And I wrote everybody's names down, everybody's numbers, and then we had a drummer change, and that pushed things way back. And then
we had
we started talking about that
catastrophic breakdown.
Yeah. Well,
there was close to a year where there was no practices, no gigs, no nothing. It was me getting on a Yamaha Virago and leaving town.
Yeah, well, whatever. Yeah, we talked about it and we just said, okay, this is where we want to end up. Let's just see how long it takes to get there.
Right.
And it took about a year and a half.
Yeah, the funny part is that there were a couple labels that were talking to me at the time, and they're like, "Yeah, we really want to hear what you got going on. We want to do it." And then I kept pushing everybody, and like there was certain inconveniences and static and things, and then it all fell apart. And when we finally did get it up and running again, those same labels were still there, and then we had a dark horse in the running. And Real Punk Records, or Real Punk Radio, the label, came out of nowhere and won the bid.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, they had it right.
Yeah, and I'm kind of happy that they came along because they've been really good to us, and I got no complaints. And actually, I was talking to Snyderman, who is I don't know if he owns Real Punk or whatever. I don't know how it works, but he's the man behind Real Punk. And now they're talking about doing some sort of remixes and stuff.
Oh.
So we might be getting like, some disco remixes, some, New York trance dance mixes. And so we'll see what's going on with that. I told him it'd be really cool to like maybe have them as a downloads at realpunkradio.com. But we'll see how it goes. But for now, you can get White Knuckles to the Wheel, Foot to the Floor. You can get it at realpunkradio.com/LOTD. That's where you can order it. I think you can get the MP3s there as well. Just if you want to go digital download. I'm not sure exactly how that works. But
I know they have the bonus or the package where you can get buy a CD that'll be mailed to you and get the digital downloads where they give you a code and you can go and directly download them for your computer. That was
pre-order.
Oh, that's only pre-order.
That's no longer. Yeah, you can no longer get the free downloads, because then you would get like a shirt and a shop rag or whatever. Now that the pre-order is done, the record's officially out, you have to buy it all. So if you hesitated and you waited too long, then that's tough on you.
Way to go, chump.
Yep. So,
that's all new music from Luck of the Draw. What about the old music from Luck of the Draw? Can't we get that hooked up somehow?
Yeah, about a month ago, the 2005 record, I think it was recorded over at Painted Sound in lovely Van Nuys, California.
With Mike Brady?
Mike Brady was the engineer, yes. And that record was quickly out of print, and actually I don't even think I own an official release of that anymore. But it has been up on iTunes now. So if you go to iTunes and you do a search for LOTD or Luck of the Draw or White Owner Operator, you can find that on iTunes and you can download it.
Though I'd like to point out, Stan Zig did not play on any of those songs.
That's right. You weren't. You were around, but you weren't in the band at that point.
No, I was not.
But it's an okay record, and actually, just because it was only like an 8 or 9 track CD, and I felt kind of bad, selling that for $10 on iTunes. I figured we'll throw in a bunch of old recordings, early demos. Where's My Beers on that?
Oh, I remember that song.
And there's some really crappy early recordings, and
what was
some.
I'm sorry. What was the song you this last gig we just played? We found out we had to play a certain amount of time, so we were short about 12 songs. But you threw in a couple of songs the drummer Richie and I had never heard before. And what was one of those songs? Is that on that CD?
The tune "Sorry"?
Yes,
that is on the extended version of the iTunes download. So yeah, you can get that song. I think that was on what record was that on? I think it was Tank of Gas, Quart of Oil. I think that was the record that one was on, which is also out of print. And every now and then I'll see one on eBay or something like that, and I'm thinking, I should buy that. That'd be funny, but
you should at least own your own stuff.
Well, then I always follow it, like I'll keep an eye on it, and then nobody buys it. It's like 99 cents, and I'm like, I feel bad.
Yeah.
But so iTunes has a bunch of early recording stuff. We're revamping the LOTD.com webpage to where we're going to have a shopping cart on there at some point, I hope.
Oh, very cool.
So that you can buy because we got tons of shirts and all kinds of merch now. And we'll get that up on lotd.com. But then I'm also looking into, I've been dicking around on the Reverb Nation. Are you familiar with that, Stan?
Yes.
Do you have it for any of your bands?
Tiki DeVille's up there and Uncle Tiki, I'm pretty sure.
Cool.
I just wanted to, leave some kind of mark for those two bands.
No Ultralux on that, or?
Yeah, you know what? They might be too. I think when I'm thinking back, I think the drummer for Ultralux put up a Ultralux page, and I go, "This is kind of cool." So I did it for Uncle Tiki and Tiki DeVille. I put up some, music.
Because I'm kind of having fun with that whole Reverb Nation thing. Because I tie in the Twitter and the Facebook and the MySpace and all that crap all into it. So all I got to do is type in once, like, "Hey, we're playing here," and it goes to all those entities. So it's kind of cool.
Yeah,
but I found a thing that they do a shop. You can have a store on that page. So I'm looking into working out how we can sell our T-shirts and beer koozies and things of that nature at Reverb Nation, which we are at LOTD Luck of the Draw Reverb Nation. I don't know what the web address is because there was another Luck of the Draw band. It's probably that Texas ZZ Top tribute band. Which doesn't make sense to me. Why would you be? I mean, when has ZZ Top ever said "Luck of the Draw"?
It's funny. I was just thinking that the only artist I know that has "Luck of the Draw" is Bonnie Raitt. Because when you do a Google search, when you search on YouTube,
or even if you do like an image search on Google, it'll come up with her record cover too.
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
But right. So I don't know what ZZ Top has to do with "Luck of the Draw," but other than the fact that they're probably fans.
Yeah. That goes without saying.
Yeah, exactly. I've met what is his name, Billy Gibbons, a few times, and he always asks for my autograph. He's just like, "Man, you're so cool. The way you grow your beard, I'm so impressed at how long it is." And I'm like, "Oh, you."
Now it's funny. I've heard through I don't know how you say it. They're not. I wouldn't call them reliable, but cats who are in the industry. Mm-hmm. Per se, and like a really well-known but hushed keep secret is that Billy Gibbons is in fact gay.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't know anything of the contrary to that, but I've definitely heard that he's a kind of a not notorious. He's just in the closet and won't come out type of thing.
Well, he did kiss me with tongue. I thought that was weird.
Oh, well, okay, there you go. That's always a good sign.
That's interesting. Well, he owns a lot of nice cars, so I'll give him that.
Yeah, the guy, great. And he's so cool. He's got one of those stories where there's a story of him when he hung out with Jimi Hendrix, because the guy's been around forever. He's really fucking old. He gave Jimi Hendrix his first Crybaby pedal, and he gave Stevie Ray Vaughan something like a guitar bass, a guitar neck, or something like that. He goes, I think you'd really dig this, man. And then, he goes, oh yeah. But he's one of those musicians that loves hooking other musicians up with gear and ideas. He's really into the scene and being around it. And because he's been a guitar legend in Texas before ZZ Top came out. Because when ZZ Top was made, they weren't a well-known, like, what do you call it? A power band, a band of
trio.
Yeah. Like, you get ex-members of Guns N' Roses and ex-members of Stone Temple Pilots together to make the power group. They were like the group. Yeah, they were like the local Texas super group that everybody knew about, but not the main public. So ZZ Top was basically just hot ass musicians, three guys getting together that were already proven badasses, and they made what ZZ Top became. That's why they're so rad.
Well, that's cool.
Because all those fuckers can play, man. Jesus.
Yeah, they're actually they're playing in Antelope Valley in a couple weeks. I was thinking about going at the fair.
Oh wow! So. It's a shame with the drummer. He just got stuck with the popular stuff that they did. All the stuff that everybody knows from the radio. He just kept everything so straight and solid. Everybody just like, oh, he's a fucking drum machine. But there's a lot more to him as a drummer than just what you hear on, got legs and all that shit.
Right. Friend of mine from Ventura was he's phenomenal photographer, and his name escapes me for some reason right now. Mike.
Oh, our Mike. Like he's done Luck of the Draw stuff, or that's another Mike?
That's Mark.
Mark. That's right.
Yeah. But Mike was, man, I wish I could think of his last name. I'm drawing a blank. But he's had like tons of pictures at like the Hard Rock Cafe, like in their hallways and stuff. Not the Hard Rock Cafe, the Hard Rock Hotel. He had like a whole wing, a whole hallway that was just his pictures. And I remember one time I was hanging out with him in Ventura, and he's like, "Yeah, I got to go to Texas for 2 weeks. I'm going to go shoot Billy Gibbons' guitar collection." I'm like, "Wow, that's pretty cool." And
Yeah.
didn't see him for a while, a couple months, whatever. And I see him again, and I'm like, "Hey, how was that shit in Texas?" And he's like, "Dude, you have no idea." He's like, he was using like a wide angle lens, and he set up gold top Les Pauls, and he said, "I couldn't even get them all in one shot." He's like,
Wow.
It was just hundreds of them in this long line. Said he had a whole barn. The barn had nothing but like, Tone Master heads and like all these vintage Bassmaster heads and just all the craziest, coolest gear ever. And he's like, I went through like 2,000 pictures, like or whatever, rolls of film, just documenting all this shit and all his cars and everything. And I just remember thinking, because at the time I was like a poor musician, whatever, playing like a Epiphone Telecaster or some crap, and I'm just thinking, just one Les Paul, one gold top, that'd pay my mortgage or my rent, whatever, at that time for like, 4 months, 5 months.
Yeah.
But yeah, apparently he had like hundreds of just gold tops, just as far as the eye could see.
Wow.
So yeah, I guess if he got it, why not? I mean, he's got good taste in equipment, apparently.
Yeah.
But then live they play all the big furry things that are hooked to their belt buckles,
so they can
flip
spin them. Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm sure when they record, they're not playing the cheap.
Yeah. No.
What was that? It was a Explorer. I think that's what it was called. The guitar and bass that they had, that all the fur.
Oh
on it.
yeah. Those were. I think you're right. Those were. Though it's funny, I've got actually right now as we speak, I have a bid on eBay for a Ibanez Iceman, which is like the Paul Stanley signature guitar style. Yeah,
damn it.
The Kiss. But as a kid, I always wanted one. But last practice actually with Ultralux, I was playing and we had like 2 songs left until we were done practicing, and I broke a string. And so I was like, well, shit, do I take 5 minutes to change a string, or do I just use another guitar? And the guitar player, we practice at his house. He's got like 8 guitars hanging on the walls. And so I go, can I just play one of your fucking guitars so we can finish these 2 songs and be done with it? And he's like, yeah, go ahead. And so he had this one guitar that I've always liked. It was an Iceman, but his is it's an abomination. It's got naked girls on it. It's got a bottle cap opener screwed onto it. It's just no respect to a guitar in any way, shape, or form. But I know the guitar, and I knew I always, oh, those are cool guitars. Mm-hmm. But after playing it, I'm like, oh man, I love this guitar. It felt good, sounded good, had a weird cut to it where my Les Paul, because I got a nice Gibson Les Paul that I play.
Right.
And I'm very happy with it. But after playing this, it had a cut to it. And I was really, oh my God, I think I need one of these. So on eBay right now, I have a bid going for an Iceman Ibanez guitar.
The nice thing about buying an Iceman guitar, even if it was autographed by Paul Stanley, you can still get it for like $11.
Yeah. No, my max is 400 and it's at 355. But I don't think that's going to hold till Thursday. I'm going to lose it. But I don't have more than 400 to spend on guitar right now, so I figured I'd try. But if I do, it'll be so cool. I'll bring it to a practice so you can play it.
Yeah, in your flip-flops?
Yes. I'll walk in with flip-flops and an Iceman Ibanez guitar. You'll love it.
That'll be the last time that you ever... Because then at that point, you've broken all the rules.
All the rules. Kiss guitar, flip-flops. Yeah. No, I love this. I mean, after playing, I just go, okay, this is nice.
Does he have it all hot rodded out or anything? I mean, he's got beer cans and stickers, but is it the pickups and everything are the stock?
It's pretty stock. And from what I hear, they're Diodarios or something like that. And they're really hot. They're not active pickups, but they're just really hot pickups to begin with. So they just have a real cut to them. And it's a huge piece of wood. That's a big thing too. It's just a big piece of wood cut all crazy looking.
I can only imagine that Paul Stanley would want to have a big wood in his hands.
I've heard, actually, that's another rumor. He's supposedly gay.
Oh, they're all gay.
And he goes out of his way, to have all the sexy model girls around him. But I've never heard that from it. I've just heard that as a rumor. Like with the Billy Gibbons, I've heard inside people who have worked around or amongst him. But with Paul Stanley, I haven't heard anything. But him and Chris Isaak, I'm pretty convinced are probably gay. Paul Stanley and Chris Isaak.
Well, if we're going to go into gay talk at Luck of the Draw Radio, I'll tell you the one that floored me was Bob Mould from Husker Du.
Oh, now that was common knowledge, I thought. I knew that.
I had no idea. I still worship the ground he walks on. But he did his first solo record after they broke up, and like every song was like this bitter breakup song, and then somebody's like, "Yeah, that's all about the drummer, right?" And I'm like, "What?"
Yeah, I mean, he's angry gay.
Well, he was at that point. Now he's just kind of old and gray gay. But
and that was early '90s, wasn't it? Yeah. Huh.
But I still, I mean, I'm friends with him on the internets, And
wow.
I still, Bob Mould can do no wrong, man. Sugar, all those bands, the solo stuff.
What was the other guy? The King's X, Doug Pennick.
Yeah,
I can't remember when he came out being gay.
Right.
And I've actually got to meet him a couple times. Super cool guy, and just.
Did he kiss with his mouth open too?
No, he doesn't like tongue. No, it was one of those things you really wouldn't know unless you were talking about it, type of thing. But what a great rock and roll guy, though. I would think like the Billy Gibbons thing. He's a musician. He loves when he hears a loud guitar. He goes, "Oh yeah, that's a tone," and that's cool because you think everybody's just about being a star and shit, but some guys still get off on hearing a cool loud guitar.
Yeah, I agree. Me too. I still like loud music.
Word. And actually,
speaking of loud music, then,
you
want to run right into your second pick of the show?
And it's a loud one. And it's number 4.
Nice.
It's by Danko Jones. We talked about them a couple shows ago.
I was going to say, you've mentioned them a number of times, and then actually it's funny, I look at old pictures of us in the studio and things like that, and you're wearing Danko Jones shirts.
Yeah, I'm a sucker for them. They're cool, man. They're like a new age punk rock, but they got a Thin Lizzy kind of vibe to them. They're
the ones that you picked for the cover tunes show, right?
No, I think Sounds Like a Band of Long Ago is what it was, because they don't do a cover.
Okay.
Yeah. I think that's it, because I said
no, because they did a Johnny Cash song, I thought.
I don't think so. Danko Jones?
I hear the train. I don't know.
I hear the train a-coming. No, that's nice. I think what you're thinking about, I picked a Dwight Yoakam for a...
Yeah.
That was a Cheap Trick song.
Sound anything like Danko Jones.
Yeah.
I thought you picked them because you played them.
No, you're thinking of Volbeat.
Volbeat, you're right.
And they did a... fucking what's his name?
Social Distortion song or something, or
they did, but I didn't play that one. I played the
I'm So Lonesome I Could Cry.
Yeah, that one. Junior.
Okay, so now I got them confused.
Hank
but I
Williams?
know who Danko Jones is, or Danko Jones.
Yeah.
They're Canucks.
Yeah, they're from Canada. I try not to hold that against them. After the bass player I had in Ultralux, I am down on Canadians. He's a dick. Comes in with a fucking Canadian hockey shirt on after they won the Americans. It's like, what? Who the fuck are you, buddy? I don't even like hockey, and that pissed me off. And then he fucked up the practice, and now he's gone. I think that was a practice he was done.
You gave him the Stanley kick.
He's just 1, 2, 3, strike. You are out, Canuck. Fucker. Okay,
so
fine.
What's
Moving
the
on.
name of the record? What's the whole deal with this?
The album came out June 8th of this year. The album is called Below the Belt, and the name of the song is number 4. We were talking about our number 7, number 4. So this is number 4. It's called Magic Snake. It's all about a man's penis. Doesn't get more rock and roll than that.
It's not the Heart song?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. But it's funny. I almost picked another song or new CD I have that I've been digging on is the Slash's new one.
Oh, yeah. You were telling me about that.
Yeah, he got like different singers to sing with him. Like Fergie sung a song. The guy from the Cult sung a song. The guy from, all these different bands sung songs with him. And I liked it, but to me it seemed like it was like Slash goes, I'm going to write a song for the guy in Avenged Sevenfold. Sevenfold. And it doesn't sound like a Slash song. It sounds like a song of Avenged Sevenfold.
It's an Avenged Sevenfold song with a Slash solo in the middle.
Exactly. And it matched the singer, and then there's a song by Lemmy sings a song, and it sounds like a Motorhead song, which is cool that he can do that, but he's just, I don't know, he's just showing off saying I can write other people's songs, which I liked Velvet Revolver, but to me, a lot of Velvet Revolver sounded like Stone Temple Pilots.
Stone Temple Pilots, yeah, I think so too. Because
I was a big fan of Stone Temple Pilots, and after hearing the new Stone Temple Pilots song, I think Slash is doing a better job at writing Stone Temple Pilots songs.
Maybe they should hire him.
Yeah. But I like the new Slash album for the record, but when it came down to just being a band and having a sound and thundering away at it, Ozzy won out, and so did this Danko Jones win out. Real happy with the Danko Jones. I like it better than the last album, actually. They had
that was released earlier this year then?
Yeah, June 8th it came out.
Because I was really impressed with that Ozzy tune. So
yeah, well, let's see what you think of this one. And this one actually is very metal-ish. It's got a real heavy guitar riff to it, and I love it. I hear it on my iTunes, on my iPod. I just turn it up. I go, oh yeah, this is a good one.
Nice.
Yeah. So cool. Here we go. Danko Jones, Magic Snake.
Luck of the Draw Radio.
YouTube copyright infringement.
No more. And there it is, Danko Jones, Magic Snake.
Your snake don't slither no more.
No.
Well, like you, from the rest of this show, I'm going to bring it down a bit.
Oh.
I wasn't all that impressed.
Not loving the Danko.
And no, I like everything else I've heard, but that just I don't know, didn't hit me in the gut like the other ones did. I did like in the very beginning those really quick stop starts, but it kind of sounded like that was, produced like da 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 da,
right.
But yeah, it was all right. I like the riff, that the whole vibe of it, but I don't know, kind of it seemed like Nickelback on speed.
Oof. I pop a chubby every time I hear that song. I love it.
So your snake, it slithers more.
Oh, my snake is fine, thank you. But I don't make snake jokes because, like snake and baldness, I don't want to mock them because they can strike.
We don't want to offend our snake demographic either.
They can strike at any times. Not being able to
preaching to the choir, buddy.
Not being able to chub it.
Oh, I meant baldness.
But. Oh, baldness. No, I meant not being able to get the chub or going bald. I don't make those jokes. I don't want to tempt fate. Oh, really?
Is that, in your opinion, is that the best song on that record or what?
Yeah. Well, I like the whole album, but yeah, I like that one the best. So.
Wow. I don't know what it was. It just didn't, because the other stuff I'd heard of them was really cool, but I just wasn't sold on that one.
All right, well, I'll have to get you the whole thing, and you can decide there, because I think the whole thing's cool. Oh!
I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's one of those that'll grow on you. Maybe it's kind of like, crabs.
Which interesting enough, there were 3 songs probably that I was really hot on when I first got the CD that I was playing a lot. And then one of those days, you just let the CD play. Mm-hmm. And this particular track, well, actually it was number 4, so I must have been skipping over it. But for some reason, I ended up playing it. And I go, whoa, where has that song been hiding? I was surprised to hear it. And now it's by far my favorite song. But there were 3 other ones that I was more into before.
I did like the guitar tone, and I like the upbeatness of it. But I don't know, there was just something about it where I was just like, eh. Huh. In all honesty, like if it were on the radio, I might listen to all the way through. I might change the channel. It was just,
wow.
But I'm not as familiar with Danko Jones as you are, though. So maybe I need to kind of do some homework. And
well, if it don't rock your balls, it don't rock your balls. That's all there is to it. That one bounces mine just fine, thank you.
That's because you sit on the speaker.
Oh, well, yeah.
Maybe I should try that.
Mount your speaker and you'll see, yes.
Mount my speaker.
Mount my speaker. Feel my driver.
Do you want to?
What's your song?
Let me openly open myself up for ridicule for my next pick that you can say you don't like.
All right.
No, I feel bad. It's not that I didn't like it. It just didn't. Maybe it was because that Ozzy song was so good that this one didn't quite grab me like that. Because here's a good analysis too. Because when you were first telling me that Ozzy was going to be your first pick, I was just like, what has he done of any valor lately? And then I heard the first like 4 seconds of it, and I'm like, oh crap, this is gonna suck. And then the rest of the song was great. So I'm like, wow, this is really good, and I was really impressed. And I'd like to hear it again, even. So maybe because I was put on such a high pedestal that I was expecting even more greatness, and it just didn't. I mean, I honestly think that the Ozzy song was better than that Danko Jones song. So.
Okay, well, cool. Let's see what you have to throw out then, fella. What was the name of your band?
Well, the next CD that I have was mailed to me from a New York band that we've actually played one of their songs when we did the Wreck House Radio compilation show. It's a band by the name of Psychocharger.
Oh, very cool.
The New York band that I believe they're a 3-piece, and they consider themselves psychobilly without an upright bass player, which I know you're a fan of.
I like that, yeah.
I like these guys. And I'm on the fence about the whole upright bass player and psychobilly bands, but
there's nothing wrong with having one or not having one. But to say you have to have one to be a psychobilly band, I think is straight bullshit.
Okay, I'll agree with that. I will, because you don't absolutely have to, because then you're like, well, then your cuff jeans have to be a certain length and your hair pompadour has to be a certain height. So I'll agree with that.
Yes, okay, fine. Then good. We agree on something.
But these guys, they remind me more of like a, kind of like a Deadbolt kind of band, like more of a, I don't know what I don't know how to really explain it. It's more of like a whole package deal. They're not just a genre, but like, they wear like these weird, gas masks and stuff in all the pictures. And they're like, there's a whole theme to the whole band. And like a lot of the songs kind of tie into that same theme. And I don't know, it's really good. The record's called Mark of the Psycho, with a good, kind of a Slayer influenced album cover.
Oh, cool.
It says that they're sponsored by Coffin Case, which is always good to be able to carry your guitar in a case. And if Coffin Case wants to give one to you, more power to them. The song I picked, I believe the one I sent you was I Eat the Dead.
Gas Food Eat the Dead. Yeah. So it's I Eat the Dead?
Yeah, I Eat the Dead. It is technically the 8th track, but I'm calling it the 7th because the first track is like a 20-second intro, which is just like a keyboard going, and then.
Okay, I agree. Then yes, I give that to you. That can be the 7th song.
So yeah, it's the 7th track. It's called "I Eat the Dead," and it's not my favorite on the track. I mean, on the CD, but I played on the Barstool Preacher show that just came out. While we were doing this show, I played one of my favorites, which is "Wanted Man," which is a great tune. It's the "Wanted Man in Ohio, Wanted Man in Kalamazoo," whatever. But this song is really cool. I really like it. "I Eat the Dead," Psychocharger on Rot and Roll Army Records.
Rot and Roll? I like that. Rot and Roll. That's cool.
It looks like it's independent, like it's them doing it, but I'm not for sure.
Wow.
But yeah, they're all over the web. Follow the exploits of Psychocharger at psychocharger.com.
And they're New York, you said?
Huh?
They're a New York band, you said?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
That'd be fun to play with them because I like that. Time. Yeah, I like that song they had on that compilation with us. I'm anxious to hear it.
Here's something that you'll like about.
No, wait a minute. Why the fuck won't I like this? Because I like the other one. Now you're just being mean.
I don't know. What did I say? You wouldn't like it?
You were saying you didn't like my Danko Jones, so I probably wouldn't like the Psychocharger.
No. I was throwing myself out there for you to discredit something that I like.
No, I will attack you.
I didn't say that you wouldn't like it.
I will attack you personally before I attack a band.
But here's something. You know, you want to know how much of a visionary you are?
Yeah, what's
You
that?
want to know how I just read this right now, and I'm so impressed by you. We played the tune "Life of Sin" that on the Wreck House radio show.
Okay.
And if I'm not mistaken, on that show you had made some comment about how there was some sort of a Cramps Lux Interior kind of vibe to it. Do you remember that?
Yeah, actually. Well, if we're talking about, I think I do remember that.
You'd mentioned
Life of Sin.
Talking about Lux, and you're like, pour one out for him.
Wait a minute. And wait, Life of Sin, that was number 7 off the compilation.
It might have been, yeah.
It was. I'm looking at my notes. It says number 7, Life of Sin, Psycho Charter. And I have my note. Yeah.
So there you go.
Lux Interior.
Well, on the inside sleeve of this record, in the bottom left-hand corner, it says dedicated to Lux Interior.
God bless them. Yeah, because, I mean, he died. It was this year, wasn't it? Or was it last year? In the last year? It was either early this year or end of last year.
And I think it was 2009 that he died.
Yeah.
Poor one. You're bringing the show down again. God damn it. Can we talk about death more?
Everybody take a drink, quick.
You want to hear, I probably told this story last time, but you want to hear a funny story?
That was for Lux. What? That one felt good.
I got some friends that do some land speed racing over at like El Mirage and Bonneville and all that. And my one buddy, he's the vice president, I think it is, of LSR, Land Speed Racing. That's the club. And his wife, Molly, super great chick, and big Luck of the Draw fans, great people because they like Luck of the Draw. She was telling me that they live in like Atwater Village, kind of, the Glendale, Burbank area, whatever, or more Glendale and Los Angeles and Silver Lake. That's what I'm trying to say. And she was telling me that they went to the post office in Glendale over by the Glendale College, and a PT Cruiser pulls up, and it's got like white walls and it's all black and windows are tinted and all that shit. And the passenger gets out, and it's just like this blazing redhead, curly-haired girl, and she gets out and starts to walk around the car. And the driver gets out, and it's this super tall, pasty white, lanky dude in like board shorts and a T-shirt and flip-flops.
Flip-flops, my man.
And they walk by, and then she's like, holy shit, that's Poison Ivy and Lux Interior. And she told me that ruined it for her. She's like, Lux should not wear board shorts and flip-flops. That is just, and she was so disappointed. And she's like, no, you have to wear hip-hugging leather pants and no shoes all the time. It was just pretty funny, like how she was so hurt that Lux actually was a human. He wasn't wearing his PVC red suit and creepers. Right. And you know what? Another funny story. Real quick, we were on tour in might have been Albuquerque, and the sound man was like, he's doing our whole the spiel, like giving us a sound check and everything. And he was a super nice guy, and we ended up talking about like just bullshit and everything. And I'm like, so what's the stupidest thing that's ever happened, the craziest thing that's ever happened on stage? And he's like, one time we had the Cramps here, and they're doing the end of the set. They're doing the bird is the word, whatever. Yeah. Close with that. And he said that Lux like threw the microphone on the floor and then started like swinging the mic stand at it with the base of the mic stand hitting the mic and just like smashing it, and just kept going and going and going. And then he got on like a monitor or something like that and jumps to land on the mic stand, but he had diminished the stage so much that when he landed on the mic, he went through the floor, just like fell straight through. So all of a sudden he just disappears. Wow, I stuttered there.
Wow.
So that's another good Cramps influence story there. But you know what? I switched to whiskey, so I'm probably veering off a track here.
Well, cool. So straight back to Psycho Charger, dedicating as they should to Lux Interior, i.e. the Dead.
The whole record's great. Like I said, it's Rock and Roll Records, Rock and Roll Army Records. just came out recently because I know they've been doing like a huge campaign about it, trying to get the word out. So on psychocharger.com, MySpace/psychocharger, and Twitter.com/psychocharger. Plenty of ways to get a hold of them.
Cool, let's blast this bitch. Woo!
I eat the dead. Raw radio.
YouTube copyright infringement.
Okay, we are rolling. We got a 4, 3, 2, 1. Go, Bugs! You're on.
I eat the dead. How about that? Psycho Charger off of Mark of the Psycho. I'm digging those guys. I tell you what.
Man,
What'd you think, Stan?
I want to hear the other song you said was better because I loved that song.
You know what?
What?
The other song, Wanted Man, is really cool. If you want to hear that, go listen to the Barstool Preacher show that I just recorded. Actually, it's out right now. It just came out while we were doing this. I was emailing while I was listening to that. And Barstool Preacher show 74, I think it is. Subculturecollective.com.
I love I Eat the Dead. I mean, the guitar tone's awesome. All the sounds, the bass, the drums, the vocals. It's a great song. And one of the coolest lines I've heard in a long time. Obituary columns are my menu. I said it wrong. Obituary columns are a menu to me.
Nice.
That's funny.
They're brilliant.
Yeah.
Like you were just saying, like, that's another thing that really caught me too was the guitar tone. And it's that way the whole way through. Just a great recorded record.
Yeah, good intro, crazy, unearthly, godly scream at the end there. Oh, they're a great band, man. Psychocharger is it.
Yeah.
I felt bad. That's why I felt bad bringing Ozzy and Danko Jones to this broadcast because to me, I wanted to find two Psychochargers. Cool songs that no one has heard of.
Oh, no, these guys are insanely popular. We're not breaking new ground here.
Well, I've never heard of them. I haven't heard of them until our compilation.
Well, they're a popular band. They're a great band.
Very cool.
Yeah, I was really happy with
That's
it.
a great
The
pick.
fact that they sent me the record, I think mostly they sent it because I write for a magazine that reviews music.
That always helps.
Yeah, and it's such a beacon of light every now and then, because I review three bands of an issue, and generally when I write the review, the best thing about the review is the fact that I don't have to listen to that record anymore.
Yeah.
It's like most of the time they're really good, but you're just like I'm tired of it. I'm done. But this Psychocharger record, I'm like. And a few others. There's been a few other records too that I've gotten that I'm like, oh my god, this is brilliant. I'm gonna put this in heavy rotation, and Psychocharger is one of them. It's a great record.
Very cool. Good pick.
Well, thank you. Yeah, so go to psychocharger.com, buy their fucking record, and then tell them that you bought it because Bugs and Stan said it's a great record.
Oh yeah.
Because maybe we'll get a kickback, They'll send us like $4.
Maybe. It'd be fun to do a gig with them if they ever make it out to this side of the coast.
Or we go that way.
Yeah, that too.
Let's play New York.
All right.
We could hook up a show with them. Maybe what we could do is we could tour to I don't know, Chicago, and then meet up with them. And then, meet them halfway. Actually, speaking of meeting them halfway, the Filter Kings want to meet us in Colorado because they're from Nebraska. So they're like, yeah, well, you come out to Colorado and we'll go down to Colorado. And the Filter Kings, another great band. Christ, do you know the Filter Kings? You know the Filter Kings? You familiar with them?
I'm not.
Good band. They're a lot like Ghost Town Deputies. Actually, those two would go together really well.
We need to hook the brothers up.
Yeah, I got to start networking. There's just not enough time in the day. Tell you what.
I hear you. Well, that's great, man. Good show.
Yeah, I'm happy with it. I had a great time. It's good talking to you too. I feel like I haven't seen you in ages.
Yeah, I mean, shit. The last gig you had to run out because your house was in danger of burning down. You need to get the dogs out of there. And then the wife and I, we stuck around, and part of the playing the gig that we played was you got a free pizza from next door.
No, it's not next door. It's the same place.
Oh, it's literally the same building?
Yeah. They're it's all in the same, and that's how they pay. The funny thing was, he came up to me after the gig, and he's like, "Yeah, so what do you want on your pizza?" And I'm like, my head was so in many places. I'm like, I don't want a pizza. I don't know. And then they put out a pizza for like just the regular schmucks that were hanging out there. And so I'm like, hey, who wants a pizza? And they're like, no, we're cool. And so I'm like, all right, yeah, no pizza. And you came up later and you're like, yeah, we're going to head out and we're going to go get some food. And I'm like, wait, hold on. Let me get you some brick oven pizza.
Stephanie and I, my wife, we hung around for the pizza. And then Richie took 2 pieces with him. I don't think Ed took any. I can't remember.
No, he was eating the other pizza.
Okay, well, Richie had some of the pizza we ate, and man, I don't know how much he liked. I haven't talked to him since the gig, but Stephanie and I loved our pizza. It was really good.
No, that is a good pizza joint.
You got to fold it over once and fold it twice. It's good.
They got a storefront on Main Street, so you don't have to even go through Sansui. You can just go to the storefront. But yeah, you can call them ahead and just say, hey, this is what I want, and then go get your pizza. They're good. I've had it before. I just didn't feel like having it that night because I was thinking, I don't want a brick oven pizza when my house is a brick oven itself.
Yeah, that happened to us once. We were at a party and you meet new people and they go, oh yeah, hi, nice to meet you. Where do you guys live? And then later in the party, somebody goes, you said you lived on 25th Street, right? I go, yeah. They go, I think you just got evacuated because of the fires were coming so low. And I go, oh shit. And so we jumped in our car and drove up, and then the cops were at 23rd Street. We're on 25th, and they go, we're not allowing vehicles to go any higher. And I mean, there's smoke, pouring over, and you can't see the sky right now. And then immediately the wife starts to freak out. Oh my God, we got cats and dogs. And I go, don't worry about it, baby. I go, where can we park so we can walk to our house? And he goes, right there. So we had to walk up to our house, but it was freaky. I mean, because when you get close, if you've ever been close to a big fire like you have living in the mountains, the wind really picks up, and it's throwing embers, and so there's like fire in the sky. Literally, it's a trippy time, and it smells, and it's just all wrong. Yeah, creepy, unusual thing. What do I want to grab? And I'm grabbing guitars, and she's grabbing pictures.
Yeah, the first fire that we ever had when I moved into this house, I was outside, we're all home, and it was a lightning storm. It was real humidity, and there was a fire, and we could see the flames. It was that close. Oh. And I'm just like, shit. And the helicopters and the super tankers are flying by, and then the PA cops come by, and they're like, everybody, you need to evacuate. And I remember walking in the house, and I looked in, and I'm like, what do I take? I got 4 cars. But I can only drive one.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the? And I mean, obviously, of course, you grab King, but I'm looking around going, I want everything. Like, what do you take? And it was such a weird moment, where you're just like, I really don't know what takes priority. I mean, the record player, okay, well, I could leave that, but the records, I want those. So yeah, it was pretty frustrating. And then the number of years that I've lived here up on the hill, I think actually there hasn't been a year yet where I didn't go to work one morning with all my insurance paperwork in my truck because I didn't want that to burn.
Wow.
So there's every year that I've lived here, there's been a situation where I'm like, well, we haven't been evacuated yet, but just in case it happens while I'm off the hill, I want all my important information. And I got keys hidden on my property too, and certain locals know where they are. And I'm like, if shit goes down, go grab that key, get my dog out, get my guitars, and so it's a different life, different way of living.
Yeah. Wow. Well, cool, man. I'm sure the show we just did is going to burn down a couple houses, though.
Or at least burn down a barn.
Yeah, at least. So cool. So who do we have to thank or need to thank?
Everybody that listens.
Word. Rec House Radio for putting us on their compilation.
Yep. Go to rechouseradio.com, buy the compilation. They're on iTunes.
Punk Rock Radio for putting our record out. Real Punk Radio.
Realpunkradio.com because they're great, and they put out our our EP, realpunkradio.com/LOTD. I just went to their store today. If you go to realpunkradio.com, there's a link up on the toolbar up top that has store, and you can buy shirts and buy the record and all that stuff. So, yeah, realpunkradio.com.
And there's King. Hey, buddy.
Yeah, can't have a show without King barking.
Some hippies walking by.
Probably.
Say it. Try to get him fired up. Go, hey, King, there's some hippies. This is funny, everybody. Listen.
Where's the hippies? Get the hippies.
That's so funny. Why does he hate hippies? Oh, he's on fire.
Where's the hippies? I'm training Pinky to hate hippies too.
She's not going to have the same attack as King, though.
King, where's the hippies? You know it's best when
Oh, it's funny.
when he's not barking, if you just go, dude, where's the hippies? He'll go.
And he sits up real straight. Goes, I don't know, but I'm going to eat those fuckers.
I'm gonna find them motherfuckers. You know the worst part, not the worst part, but the reason behind that is that the first toy that he ever really had as a puppy, we called it a hippie. We're like, get the hippie, and then so that was his toy, and then it turned into like anytime somebody walked by the house, we're like, where's the hippies? And so that's why he hates hippies.
It's not that he despises the Grateful Dead or Fish.
No dog of mine will hate the Grateful Dead.
Oh, that's funny. You don't like the hippies. Well, cool, man.
Well, then one other show supporter we got is 13coffinnails.com.
Oh, yeah.
And actually, those motherfuckers have the White Knuckles to the Wheel, Foot to the Floor poster prints available. You can go buy that at 13coffinnails.com.
I want to get one of those.
You hold your horses there, buddy. You just sit on your hands for right now.
What about Flat Black?
Flat Black Industries over at flatblackind.com. Those guys are great.
Oh, yeah.
Some shirts.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's some good folks.
Yeah.
I can't think of anything else.
We got to find somebody to give us strings because strings are expensive.
Or any ball. All you got to do is play like 200 gigs a year.
Yeah, that's going to be hard.
Oh, you know
200
what?
gigs of what we play and paying a mortgage for your house ain't going to happen.
No, you got to play 200 paying gigs a year.
Oh, paying gigs. Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of Real Punk Radio.
Oh, fuck yeah.
You just burped over a plug. Can you believe that? That's the respect you show to Real Punk Radio.
No. That was leading into the plug. If you were saying how cool they were, then I burped, then yes, but no.
I was speaking of them while you burped.
That was a lead into the plug.
The other day,
disagree.
Or the other week, last week I think it was. I was playing some old like acoustic singer-songwriter kind of stuff on the Barstool Preacher show, and I said, you know what? I should do a solo record, just a little solo acoustic kind of crap. And the fine folks at Real Punk Radio said, start recording. So I think I spoke to you about this, Brett.
Yeah. I was going to try to help you record it, right?
Yeah. We're gonna. You'll probably even maybe play some guitar or something on it, and
that'd be fun.
So we're gonna. That's in the works. We're gonna get some Barstool Preacher. I don't know what the hell you want to call it. Little record going. So, but they were talking about they want to do some. Having a hard time thinking. They want to talk about doing some like remixes already. I'm like, well, maybe we should do the initial mix first.
Yeah. Well, we gotta get Jeff to sing some with you because I always like the way you guys sound together.
Yeah, that'd be fun. We could do like We Are 138 or something.
Yeah. I can never whistle like him. Which, so if people don't know, Jeff is spotlighted in a whistling track.
Cattle Calls.
Cattle Calls, yes, Cattle Calls.
And actually, on the record, he's credited as Butch Wax.
Yeah. I can't whistle. I sound like a little parakeet. You gotta whistle like a man, like John Wayne would whistle.
You gotta do a
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
I don't know how he does it, but
we'll just have to work something out where either you guys come down here and we can just set up some mics and go, and I don't know, start working it out, man. I mean, figure out what songs you want to play, and we'll decide what needs to be done.
I got a few songs in the can that I'm ready to record, written and ready to go. That are definitely not like luck of the draw caliber. You know, they're not rockers kind of thing, but yeah, it'd be fun. I'd like to do that.
Cool.
Maybe have him come out and he can do some cattle calls and hoot and holler, and it'd be fun.
Well, even with his parts, we could meet halfway at your house, so he doesn't have to come all the way down. Because once we got the basics, even though I don't know, we could. I mean, are we talking about acoustic, right?
Yeah.
We could probably. I could use your whatever you have there, your recording equipment. We could do all that at your house. It would just be
the biggest problem.
Me going there and recording is isolation at your house, right?
No. That's what I was going to say. The biggest problem with my house, and I've been doing this the past couple of days, is I've been recording little guitar parts, and I'll have like this really quiet kind of like finger picking moment, and then the motorcycle drives by.
Right.
So yeah, that ain't.
My house is pretty damn quiet, so
yeah,
I got that.
And I would just feel better having an actual engineer as opposed to just a douchebag.
Oh, so you're saying you don't even want me to record it?
Yeah, I want an actual engineer.
So you got money to go back to Parnon, or?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm selling T-shirts and CDs like no tomorrow. I got all kinds of money.
Okay, well then cool. Then I'll meet you at Pardon's. I see. I thought I was engineering it.
Meet me at Pardon. Why, you're invited?
Okay. Oh, okay. Well then you can give me a CD when you're done.
Right. That'll work.
Okay, I see where we're headed. That's nice. That's nice.
No, I got tons of ideas and stuff that actually have a little tiny practice amp that I can go direct, like DI into the Pro Tools so it doesn't get all the outside noise.
Oh, cool.
And I was playing with that today, and some of the stuff's kind of cool, and we can make it work.
Fantastic.
Yeah. It'll be good.
Yeah.
So that's the end of this one. So what's the topic for the next show? What are we going to talk about? What are we going to bring to the masses?
We've had a few topics, and one that I've always kind of been interested in doing was a song.
Gay porn?
Gay porn, yes. No, not gay porn. We got to go video before we go.
That's right. That's for the video.
Talking about gay porn isn't the same as gay porn. He's looking at the butt. He's going for the butt. He's in the butt.
Oh my God! He just stuck his tongue in places that my tongue will never see.
Yeah, that's not going to work. Okay, but we were talking about a song you hear, and when you hear that song, it's like, oh my God, I want to. That genre, that groove, that whatever, I need to be in a band emulating that. So
you're saying that when you hear a song, the song that you're like, I want to start a band that sounds like that. I want to be in a band. I want to be in that band, but I want to do my own thing. Okay.
So a song that launches a band that you were in, and as a band I have had, Uncle Tiki, I can think of two songs that when I heard them, I just go, whoa, what the fuck is that? That's amazing. And I want to do more of that.
Totally. When I remember seeing Uncle Tiki, and I remember thinking, these guys need to do Blondie's The Tide Is High.
And we did a Blondie, but it wasn't that song. What song did we do with Blondie?
It was like Waiting on the Telephone or something.
No, you know what? We didn't do that one because at the time, L7 just came out with that song.
I just remember seeing you guys for a couple years, and I would always yell out, do you know any Blondie? And then you'd be like, shut the fuck up. And it just kept going on and on and on. And then one day in, I think it was Provo, Utah.
It was. Yes, it was on
our
tour.
I go, do you know any Blondie? And you're like, what? Hold on. Did somebody request Blondie? And I'm like, the gig is up.
We called it.
They've practiced a Blondie song. And then sure as shit, you played a Blondie song.
I can't remember.
And the joke was over from that point on.
Yeah, that's the way to shut up a heckler. Give him what he wants. What? I can't remember the name of that song, though. It was kind of a known. The bass player picked it.
I thought it was Call You on the Telephone, but
I
had something to do with it wasn't Call Me. It was something to do with the phone, I thought, but
I'm almost positive it wasn't. I can't remember it though. Maybe it was, but I'm almost positive it wasn't. I can't think of it. Fuck. We gotta call Ash. Because Ash picked it. I think I sang it, but he picked it.
No, he sang it.
Okay, did he? Because that was like the Queen song we did. I'm in love with my car.
Mm-hmm. I'm in love. Yeah, because I remember thinking that was the second song that I saw him sing.
Yeah, it's funny. He never. I don't know. He just never sang, but he doesn't have a great voice, but he sings with a lot of passion. And I always tell him, I go, "No, dude, sing." And now in his new band, he sings about half the songs in "Are You a Cop?"
He sings most of them, and they're good.
Yeah.
Oh, I like the band Are You a Cop?
He's a great talent. Yeah, Ash is like, I like playing with him. That's just the drummer of Uncle Tiki pissed everybody off. I was just the last one to get pissed off, so he stuck around longer than he should have. We stopped playing gigs with you, and we lost a cool bass player, and then I finally woke up. I go, wait a minute. Why am I all by myself? Because this guy's an asshole. Something like that. Oh, well. Oh, and King says...
there's more hippies. I think they're...
Wrap it up, assholes.
You know, honestly, what it is, there's a rooster in the front yard, so they're out chasing cock.
That's where your wife is, chasing cock.
Chrissy's all like, oh my God, there's a rooster out front. I want to... Nah, typical.
She wants to grab a hold of that cock.
Out chasing cock. All right, well, let's wrap this up then. We've done the...
We've done our deed.
We've done the show. Luck of the Draw Radio show number what? 8?
8.
How about that? My God, we're 8.
Yep.
We're halfway to 16.
Halfway, baby. Halfway. Cool.
Well, Stan, it's been great talking to you. Every time it is so much fun. I gotta tell them to shut up.
Stop it.
Shut up, dog.
They're fighting over a chew toy or some shit.
It sounds like Pinky's waiting.
Anyway. So there you go.
Cool.
Show number 8, Luck of the Draw Radio. Thank you so much for tuning in. Stan, thank you so much for doing all that it is you do.
Yeah.
And I suppose I'll see you Thursday at band practice.
Word. See you there.
Sounds good.
Stan Zig is out.
Do we want to play a tune at the end of the show here?
All right. Well, let's end it with a dedication to Lori. What do you say?
To Lori. I'm all for that. What song do we want to dedicate to Lori then?
What is she always screaming at us from the front? Pin up girl, pin up girl, it's pin up girl.
You sounded just like her. You know what?
Fox, where's my CD? I want to pin up girl. Fox, where's my beer?
She is such a crazy super fan. She won a poster from 13 Coffin Nails on the Facebook contest.
Did she?
And God bless her, because nobody deserves it more than her.
No.
But she also sent me pictures on Facebook where she was at Ozfest this weekend. We talked about that earlier.
Yes.
She was at Ozfest wearing the Luck of the Draw t-shirt. So God bless Lori.
That a girl. Yeah, she's cool.
She's super fan Lori.
Well, she has the limited collector plates of Luck of the Draw.
Commemorative plates, yes.
Which I'm not on, but I still appreciate that they exist.
Well, maybe we could work something out where we can do a commemorative plate section 2 or something, and get the new band, the new members of the band, the real band.
I want a Luck of the Draw teacup set with the spoons. Bugs.
She's got, you know what? She has Luck of the Draw, the Ford logo tattooed on her arm, and I think in the next week or 2, she's getting another Luck of the Draw tattoo.
Wow.
So yeah, she is super fan Lori, and God bless her. Just, if it wasn't for her, we'd have one less fan.
That's right. Yeah, Luck of the Draw.
Nah, she's the best. So let's dedicate this song to her. This is off the new White Knuckles to the Wheel, Foot to the Floor. It's the tune Pinup Girl, right?
Yeah!
We'll play Pinup Girl for Lori to close out tonight's show. If you're in a band or you have friends that are in a band and you want to get played on Luck of the Draw Radio, just send it to us. We want beer at gmail.com. What's the phone number, Stan?
The phone number is 530-618-2847.
That's right.
Get it in, fuckface, and we'll play it.
Yeah, we no more 2 months off. We need to start.
Fuck that! I want to hear this shit more often.
That's what Lori says.
Yeah. She's gonna. It's funny. I does that even sound anything like her? I don't think so.
No, not at all.
That's my girl. That's my go-to girl voice.
That's your go-to girl voice. That's your voice when you masturbate.
You're the best, Stan. Oh, Stan.
My God, you're so well hung.
You're so big, Stan. Yeah, that's what I hear. Okay, fine. It's pretty damn
You're
close.
as big as my arm.
It's a baby holding an apple, Stan. Oh, God. Yeah, that's about it. That's right. That's okay.
Okay, so yeah, that works.
Good night, Bugs.
All right, Stan. Good night.
I'll tell you something I know, and that's something that says, without my pinup girl, my life would be a mess. My little pinup girl, my little pinup girl, over the world, my little pinup girl. I take her out of my car, and we go to state line. I take her anywhere, I take her anytime. My little pinup girl, my little pinup girl, put my head in the world. My little pinup girl. In the morning, I wake up coming home drunk. We're pissing off all the neighbors. Well, that's a tough love. My little pinup girl, my little pinup girl, put my head in the world. My little pinup girl. Something I know, and that's something that says, without my pinup girl, my life would be a mess. My little pinup girl, my little pinup girl, put my head in the world. My little pinup girl, my little pinup girl, my little pinup girl, put my head in the world. My little pinup girl.
If you got any comments, insults, requests, you can call them at 530-618-2847 or email them at wewantbeer@gmail.com.